there! Are you a creative person? Don't you enjoy spending time reading about online discourse regarding generative AI? Then you've come to the right place. Once during my unemployed scrolling on Reddit, I came across this post on AI Wars. Okay, aunties, now what? No pencil sharpeners, no sharp knives, and no money to buy one until tomorrow. Guess I'm going to have to flex my creative muscles. Now obviously, OP in this case is being incredibly facetious, as there is no way anyone on this planet doesn't have access to some form of knife. But I am petty, and decided to take this challenge on myself. I will be sharpening a set of pencils with no knives and no pencil sharpeners. And you will not only watch me do it, you will also watch me draw with those pencils. After buying a set of basic pencils, which was quite the investment if I do say so myself, I got to work.
Welcome to mi casa. That's Spanish for floor. Right here out of the view I have a bunch of tools that I decided to try to sharpen this set of pencils here. You can see they are completely unsharpened, completely unopened. Did I mention how much of an investment these were? I mean, really, how affluent can one person be? This shouldn't come as a surprise to any of you, but scissors. Yeah, these are basically like knives. So let's sharpen a pencil with them. And just like that, that is a finely sharpened pencil, if I do say so myself. Now let's go draw with it. I got this sketchbook at the dollar store for 10 kronor, which is, I must say, it was quite the investment. Really, who is as affluent as me? So first up we have the pencils that I sharpened with the scissors. Let's try drawing something with it. Talk about just doing something really quickly. This is what I did with the scissor pencil. So let's move on to the next pencil. Our next tool is a screwdriver. Yes, I picked one with a flat little head. I'm sure you could probably do it with the star-shaped one, but I don't actually own one, so well, let's get started. Okay, so I think I'm finished. This took me way longer than I expected it to. Way longer. I was thinking to myself, oh, I can get this done in like 10 minutes. Yeah. No. But at least I did it, so let's try to draw with it, I guess. Next up is the one I made with the screwdriver. I have absolutely no hope for this, but if we can make something, then it was worth it. I'll just draw like a cat or something. Okay, yeah. This is the best I could do. Oh, this looks so cursed. Look at its face. No. It works. I wasn't thinking it would, but it did. So it's whatever. So I realized a little bit too late that I didn't actually own a metal ruler, but I found this instead and I figured that's basically the same thing. I mean, look, there's numbers on it. So let's sharpen a pencil with it. Okay, that's done. This took way faster. You see, this is what I expected the screwdriver to take. But yeah. Metal ruler, a perfectly viable option to sharpen your pencil with. Now, let's make some art with it. Next, I have the one that I made with the metallic ruler thingy. It's kind of the same here with the screwdriver. I'm not super sure what I can make with this, but I could draw with the screwdriver one, so I could probably draw with this one too. When in doubt, draw a cat. That's what they say, right? Yeah. Proof of concept, proof of concept. Next pencil. Next on our to-do list is a wrench. Do I need to say anything else? Okay, I think I'm just about done with this one now. This was painful, but it was a lot quicker than I expected too. And yeah, I know, it doesn't look very good, but hey, I never said it had to look pretty, as long as I can draw something with it. Next up, I have the pencil that I used the monkey wrench on. Yeah, this one is quite mangled, to be honest, but if there's a will, there's a way. And that's my quick little attempt at a monster. My friend gave me the advice that I could try just drawing some simple household objects just to kind of prove that really anyone can make art. And yeah, we'll move on to the next pencil.
Well, you know they say the strongest part of your body is your tooth's enamel, so bon appetit! So there we go. This was one of the fastest way to do it, actually. I am extremely surprised. I can still feel the taste of wood in my mouth, and I don't know how to feel about that. Well, let's draw something.
So next up is the pencil that I chewed off. It looks so much worse close up. You know what, I'm proud of myself. Let's draw something with it. Okay, I am done here too now. I wasn't really happy with the skirt, but that's on me for not realizing her skirt is actually pretty big. This will have to do.
I have no idea what this is called in English. I also have no idea what this is called in Swedish, so I can't even translate it for you. What I can do, however, is sharpen a pencil with it. I'd say I'm satisfied now. I think that's almost a record breaker. I think the fastest one is still the scissors, but this is a close second, so I'm impressed.
Okay, we have the one I made with this fig. I have no idea if it's even possible to draw with this, but I am like 90% sure I can.
think I'm done now. I feel like because I decided I wasn't going to use the eraser at all, if I wanted to draw something and then realized I wanted to draw something else, I couldn't. It was a little bit difficult to draw over it. Like here, I was supposed to draw her hand on her waist, but you know, I had already drawn so much over there, so you can't even see that there's a hand there. So let's stop there for now and move on to the next pencil.
This here is called a round nose plier, and I totally didn't have to look that up. What makes you think that? Let's just sharpen a pencil with it. Stop asking questions. Yeah, just about as fast as the other tool I just used previously that I don't know the name of. Let's draw something.
Next pencil I have is the one by the round pliers, or whatever they're called, sorry. Okay, I'll finish that up now. I completely fucked up the eyes, so the whole face just ended up super goofy. But, you know, quality isn't what we're going for here. We're going for proof of concept.
So, I broke a glass the other day, and the thing is, you can't throw these away in the normal trash. They need to be thrown away at the recycling center, which I don't live anywhere near, so let's sharpen a pencil with it instead. I would say don't try this at home, but the whole point is that you're supposed to do this at home, so proceed with caution instead, I guess. Okay, there we go. I probably could have done this a little bit faster, but I obviously didn't want to lacerate my entire hand, so I was a little bit careful, and now I can put this away again so I don't accidentally step on it.
I apparently forgot to draw with the glass pencil yesterday too, so we're going to do that now. Okay. I couldn't resist drawing a cat girl at least once. I have no excuses actually. That is the glass pencil done, so let's move on.
Look at that, I've switched over to a stretched position. Next up on our list of things is nail clippers. Yeah, we can sharpen a pencil with this. And that is nail clippers done. I completely mangled this, but that kinda par for the course, if I do say so myself. Let's draw something.
Next up is the pencil from the nail clippers. Let's draw something. Okay, I gave up on this one. Not really, but I really can't see the hand now because I drew out the entire back and all that, which isn't a bad practice, but like I said, I can't erase, so I have no idea how the hand ended up. I'm also just too lazy to give him hair, so he'll just be bald. It's okay. Bald men need love too.
Welcome to tomorrow, because I forgot a couple of items. So let's get started with that, shall we? The first item on our list is a cheese grater. I'm sharpening a pencil with a cheese grater and you can't stop me. Yeah, that's about it. It took me 2 minutes, and it looks pretty good actually. Use a cheese grater. That's an easy option.
So, back at the drawing board again. Let's start off with the pencil that I made with the cheese grater, which I have over here. Look at that pretty little pencil. Let's draw something with it. Just like that. I drew a quick little campfire here. I felt like it was pretty cute. And you can see I could even get, a little bit of shading with this kind of pencil too. You see the little lines here is where the shadow is, so it's where the fire itself will not hit the rocks. Next pencil.
Next item on our list is nail clippers, but for an animal. I mean, some of you guys might have animals. I don't. So let's sharpen a pencil. And that's time! Look at that! What a beautiful little pencil. Let's go draw something with it. Next up we have the pencil I made with the animal nail clippers. It's a little stubby and cute. So let's make something a little bit more complicated with this one. Okay, I think I'll just finish there for now. You see, we artists aren't exactly born with just the ability to draw any hands we want, so I decided to try something I haven't really done before. And yeah, it looks horrible, but that's okay. And now, back to yesterday.
Last, but certainly not least.
Let's sharpen a pencil with this one. I know. This hammer is so heavy to hold, and holding it upside down and just scraping is so... my hands hurt. That's all I can say. And I know what you might be thinking. But Alice, what if I don't have this sharp edge on my hammer? To which I gotta say that sounds like a you problem. Why are you buying a hammer that doesn't have a side for nail prying?
This pencil is the one that I used the hammer on, the sharp side of the hammer on. Should be easy to make something with it.
Hey, I heard AI bros like the busty woman, so why not? So, I guess you all know what's coming next. So these are my final statistics for each tool that I used. I rated them based on a 1 to 10 scale on efficiency, time, usability, and looks. Efficiency just means how easy the tool was to use for me. Time obviously means how long it took me to sharpen the pencil with each tool. The shorter the time, the higher the points. Usability means how well was I able to draw with the pen. Quality of the drawing aside, just how easy was it to use the pen to draw. And looks is really just how good do I think the pen looks? Like, does it look like a sharpened pencil, or does it just look like I showed on it? With that out of the way, it is now time for my final thoughts. So what's my opinion on all of this? Look, I really dislike people who argue for Gen AI by saying stuff like, but art supplies are so expensive, or, but what about disabled people, or, it's the same as digital art and photography, or, well, I don't have anything to sharpen a pencil with, so what now? Art supplies are inexpensive, sometimes even free. There's no law on how much money you need to spend to create art. Draw it a stick in the sand if you want. But art can only be made by a human. Typing words into a prompt isn't you creating anything. It's the computer looking at all those keywords and then getting a bunch of images and drawings made by real people and throwing it together for you to then take all the credit. Well, it wouldn't have prompted it if I didn't type the words in, so in fact I did create it. Do you also use the same argument when you order takeout? Well, if I didn't put in the order, the food wouldn't exist, therefore I made it. Do you use the same argument during a group project too? Well, if I didn't write this paragraph, then this assignment wouldn't be complete, therefore I made a valuable contribution. Your input is obsolete. The image you prompted already exists, as it is made using only other people's work, whose creation you had no part in. It's obvious that they don't know how the creative process works, because they only think about the end product. I question the creativity of AI artists at times. I don't believe that they are incapable of being creative, but they do give the computer more credit than it has. Maybe you typed in a red dragon, and the AI spit out a red dragon. Clearly, that is proof that the computer is making exactly what you're thinking. Literally, it is impossible for the computer to do that. It doesn't know what you're thinking. Your mind is filling in the gaps of what the AI is spitting out. And maybe your response is, well, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly how I want it, I can just ask it to reprompt it. But I need you to understand that artists don't need to do that. We draw exactly what we imagine. We don't have to make further changes because our pencils didn't do it correctly at first. Of course, there can be differences in our imagination versus our current skill level, and not being able to draw at a higher skill level can be discouraging and depressing. I've been there. But the answer to our own lack of skill is not substituting it with AI. It's to push ourselves further until it clicks. And disabled people are not your shield. Saying that disabled people can't create without AI is such an insult. There are so many amazing artists that have gone down in history for their work despite their disability. Beethoven was deaf, Alison Lapper has no arms or legs, Chuck Close was disabled from the neck down following a seizure, and Kinney unfortunately lost her battle with cancer in 2020. Even I know an artist that is not just colorblind, but also has hypermobility and scoliosis, meaning he is rather restrictive in the colors he can use and the time he can spend drawing, but he's still making art despite that. Well, not every disability is the same. Just because one person can accomplish something doesn't mean I can. You're right, not everyone has the same circumstances in life, as I've shown plenty of examples of. But we can choose whether or not we're gonna let that disability shackle us. You are more than just a diagnosis. You are just as capable as anyone else. Yes, we do have more hurdles to get over, but when we do, we also get more respect, because we push harder to fulfill our goals. Do you want people to pity you, or do you want people to praise you? With all of that being said, go on, pick it up.
There you fucking go.